Although Louis Pasteur and Edward Jenner developed the first vaccine to protect against viral infections, they didn't know that viruses existed. The first evidence of the existence of the virus came from experiment with filter that had pores small enough to retain bacteria. In 1892, Dmitri Ivanovsky used one of these filters to show that sap from a diseased tobacco plant remained infectious to healthy tobacco plant despite having been filtered. Martinus Beijerinck called the filtered infectious substance a virus, and this discovery is considered to be the beginning of virology. The subsequent discovery and partial characterization of bacteriophage by Pasteur and Herald, and by the early 20th century, many viruses had been discovered. Thomas Milton River defined virus as obligate parasite. Viruses were demonstrated to be particles rather than fluid. Stanley and Ruska invention of the molecular microscope in 1931 allowed their complex structure to be visualized. Pasteur was unable to find causative agent for rabies and speculated about a pathogen too small to be detected using microscope. In 1884, French microbiologist Charles Chamberlain invented a filter known today as Chamberlain filter that had pores smaller than bacteria. He could pass a solution containing bacteria through the filter and completely remove them from the solution. Meyer, who directed the agricultural experimental station in Wageningen, was the first who showed that tobacco mosaic disease was infectious. He thought that it was caused by either a toxin or a very small bacterium. Later in 1892, Russian biologist Dmitri Ivanovsky used a Chamberlain filter to study what is now known as tobacco mosaic virus. His experiment showed that crushed leaf extract from infected tobacco plant remained infectious after filtration. 1898, Dutch microbiologist Martinus Beijerinck, microbiology teacher at the agriculture school Wageningen, repeated experiment by Adolf Meyer and became convinced that filtrate contained a new form of infectious agent. He observed that the agent multiplied only in cells that were divided, and he called it contagium vivum fluidum, soluble living germ. Beijerinck maintained that viruses were liquid in nature, a theory later desecrated by the American biochemist and virologist Stanley, who proved that they were in fact particles. In the same year, Loeffler and Fuchs passed the first animal virus through a